do have a question for you, though, and this might be calling you out.
What?
Your mom left a comment on...
She did.
I want to know how real that is.
So okay, so.
Because this is some tea we're spilling right here.
This is some real fucking tea. And when she posted that, I died laughing. Okay, so here, let me find it real fast. It's in the Wheels to Walking podcast Facebook group.
So if you guys remember, we were basically just talking mad shit on people that don't vaccinate their kids.
Yes.
And, like healing crystals and just like so much stuff.
And someone in the group, Carlin, Hollis, whatever. I'm not going to say your last name in case you want to be private, but
yeah.
In the group you posted, she's from the Netherlands, and she posted this tweet in Dutch that was about this all-natural lifestyle brand. And basically they put out a tweet that asked for women to sign up for a giveaway. And it said, looking for 100 pregnant women that chose not to vaccinate, choose not to vaccinate like Rosita did, and let your own immune system protect your baby by eating healthy. Do this and you'll receive a food processor with the value of 399 euros. This way you'll give your baby the best start possible. So basically they were looking for 100 pregnant women to choose to not vaccinate to enter in this contest for like a juicing machine or some shit.
I'm face palming so hard.
Yeah. So anyways, in the comments we were all joking and I'm like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And oh, how could you enter the contest if you didn't vaccinate your child? And I'm like, wow, that's next level stupid. How could you prove your kid was not vaccinated? And my mom,
his mom, comments
on this post and goes, Andrew, there is something I've been meaning to tell you. ... Along with homeschooling and circumcision, Dad and I decided that we would not have you vaccinated.
You're a part of the problem, bro. You're a part of the problem.
And I posted this GIF of SpongeBob jumping into a hole and burying himself alive.
Well, my question is, did you verify this with her?
So I did. I got verification, and so I'll talk about my trip in just a minute, but I was on a trip with my family this past week, and one night I asked my mom, and I said, hey, Mom, so... you posted in the Facebook group that you didn't vaccinate me. What the fuck? Because also my mom is kind of kooky. Like, she did choose to homeschool us. She's all into, like, alternative methods and all this stuff. And she was like, no, of course we vaccinated you. And I'm like, okay, thank God. And she's like, I'm not going to lie. I did look into it because I had heard, some things. But, ultimately we decided that, the pros outweighed the cons. And, also, like, we couldn't ever send you to school and stuff if you weren't vaccinated. So, but then she did tell me there was people in our homeschool group that weren't vaccinated.
Yep.
She was like, do you remember the Campbells or whatever? I'm not really throwing them under the bus because that's such a common last name. But she was like, you remember the Campbells?
How about the Smiths?
They were like, all 6 of them weren't vaccinated or whatever.
Oh,
and they were like the weird family that all wore like denim skirts, like long denim skirts and shit like that. Like, it was like, oh yeah.
Never cut their hair.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. They were like all horse girls and shit.
The horse girls.
Yeah. But anyways, that was pretty funny. And
so your mom was trolling on you.
My mom was trolling me.
Because when I read that, I was like, this is the best.
Yeah. I personally just died laughing. I think I ran into AJ's room and I was like literally dying because I'm like, this is so funny because I don't know if she's trolling me.
Exactly. There's no way to know.
I didn't know because I'm like, how am I supposed to know? I don't remember getting fucking vaccinated or anything.
You sound like you have your medical records. You're like, let me go back and look. Like,
yeah. And it's not like, when you, yeah, I don't know. It was pretty funny, but my mom was like, no, we vaccinated you. So
yeah,
that was a troll. And that was actually really funny on my mom's part.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's hilarious.
I know for sure I've been vaccinated because when I got into my first physical rehab hospital, one of the requirements to be in that hospital was to be vaccinated and have records of your vaccinations. And I didn't have records of my vaccinations. So I got vaccinations when I was like, even if I'd already been vaccinated, they're like, we don't have any records, so we just got to give them to you.
Were you vaccinated? Did your mom tell you if you were or not? Do you even know?
I think I was, but I don't know if she did like all the rounds because
yeah.
Like, I got really sick when I was an infant.
Oh yeah.
And like when you're sick, you can't give your kid like vaccination. So I think I might have missed like a couple of rounds or something.
Don't expect any miracles, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? But I know for sure, like, I've got like the TB, and like the measles, mumps, rubella, the MMR. That's the one that everyone freaks out about. It's like, don't give your kids the MMR. It's got thimerosal in it. And it's like, Jesus, punch me in the face.
Yeah. It is ridiculous. But yeah, just to clear the whole air on that, Yeah, we did. I did get vaccinated.
I thought it was funny because I'm like, dude, she
pulled out the stops.
He doesn't know, because it's possible that he's not vaccinated. And if he's not vaccinated, he's eating his words hard.
I just thought it was funny.
And publicly. And also I'm thinking, does that mean he's going to go get vaccinated now? Like, I don't know. I was so like, oh, this is going to be juicy.
Yeah, it was funny, but also it was even funnier that she pulled out the like circumcision and homeschooling card.
Yeah, she's like, along with homeschooling and circumcision, your dad and I decided to not vaccinate you.
No, because another time on Facebook, I was posting this whole thing about circumcision, and then my mom jumped into the debate. And
about
it was
like
hilarious
about genital mutilation or whatever.
Yeah, because I basically said that like, yo, it's like it's an old like practice that we shouldn't do anymore, blah blah blah. And like my mom was like, well, your dad and I thought it was the best thing for you at the time. I'm sorry if you feel that we, took something from you. And I'm like, Mom, don't, just no.
You're right.
It was just the funniest thing, because a bunch of my friends that are girls were like DMing me privately, and we're just like, bruh, your mom is out here talking about your dick on Facebook. It was funny.
Dude, your mom's great.
Yeah, it was just funny as shit, because it's just like, okay, well, we all know freaking Andrew doesn't have his foreskin, but yep. And now I'm outing myself publicly here, but I really don't care.
Congratulations. I used to have one, and then I got an incurable yeast infection. We had to chop that thing off.
What time was that? After
my accident? Yeah, so whenever I'm doing my cathing, I had to always like wipe the head with a wipe, which is wet, and yeast thrives in a warm, moist environment, so there was no way for me to keep it dry. And like I tried like pills and like creams, and like I tried for a while because I wanted to keep it. I like it. Like, yeah, it was something I used to be really ashamed of as a kid, and then as I got older, I was like, oh, it just makes it feel better. Like I'm like more sensitive, so like okay.
Exactly. It retains sensitivity, and there's like sensation on the inside of it and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I had to get it snipped, and I was like, oh, so sad.
But it's better for you now because you don't have to deal with the infections and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I
because at one time I think you did tell me that you preferred having like you had like before and after. Which one would you prefer?
Oh, before, sure. Uncircumcised is so much better.
I thought you said you liked circumcised better.
No, the other way around.
Oh, okay, well then that confirms it for me then.
Confirms it for you.
No, because it was funny because it confirms it for me, meaning I think that like personally AJ's dying. It confirms it for me then, because I was really deeply wondering what you preferred. No, I'm just kidding. It confirms it for me, meaning I'm probably not going to get my kid circumcised.
Oh, I wouldn't either, because my thing is like if they want to get it done, they can get it done. But
he needs to look like his father.
Nah, if he wants to get it done, he can get it done. That's fine. But but I think it's a matter of like pleasure and sensitivity. It's like it's like for both you and your partner, like it's a good thing to have.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I you know what? R.I.P. to my foreskin, but you know what? The past is the past. Can't grow it back.
Yo,
there's a group of people that think you can though.
And there's like this equipment you can buy. Have you seen this?
It like stretches it back over. Oh, I'm not into it.
We are going down a very weird trail right now. Hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want the full episode, you can click right here. If you want to subscribe, click here. If you want more clips, we got 2 more right over here.